Henschel's got 4 and Peter Street, unfortunately, off injured. Did so well, but just got knocked off the kick.
Yeah, Dale Morris just needed to corral Henschel there. Went at him, allowed himself to be sidestepped as Cross doesn't get any penetration on the kick. Dowdy, as he paid the mark, yes, just went to 15. Stevens kicks towards half-forward. Bock, very good in the first half, Nathan Bock. Between wing and half-forward, taken 8 marks. Clark kicks it short, it's okay. Mark taken by Riley. Too far out to score, you'd suggest. That's what's ahead of him. Edwards the lead, and he hits him on the chest. So Edwards from 40 metres kicks and kicks a goal. Crows out by 5 goals.
Combines with Massey. And now the Crows out of danger, as taking the mark at half-back is Dowdy.
Dowdy, off to Shirley. Well read by Boyd. Couldn't quite dispose him of the footy, though. Good pressure this time by the Bulldogs. Picked up by West. A couple of players at half-forward. One of them's Rowan Smith. Now play on. Off to Cooney. He loves it from here. Cooney kicks it lower, kicks it straight, and he kicks his third.
So Chris Grant's got it. Crosses up. Grant's kick cut off. Play a bit sloppy at the moment. Rutten in defence. Now John Cock again, having a great afternoon. Handball's out to Bode. Bode to the run of Massey. Good tackle by Robbins. Cooney stood up in the tackle, but his handball went straight to McLeod. Cooney will have another crack at it. Got it over to Grant. Grant over the top. Now's a chance for Farron Ray. Forced onto his left in the inside-out kick and finds Johnson. He's got power on short. He's got McMahon longer. He kicks in that direction. In fact, longer. Looking for Smith. And his old-fashioned teammate. They've waxed for years, these two. And it's worked a treat again as Brad Johnson's kick has found Rowan Smith. And point-blank range, he should kick a certain goal.
And once again, some good pressure out on the wing by Cooney.
They've just lifted their intensity in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the Bulldogs. Well, they just need to hang in here because they're not out of this.
16 goals for the season. Make it 17 to Rowan Smith as the Dogs bite back. At half-forward, Bulldogs into attack. Grant will tackle, but he didn't have it. No, umpire said play on. John Cock again. Handball's out to Van Berlo, to Rutten, to Goodwin. Now McLeod. What will he do with it? He pops it into a one-on-one contest into the middle. Hargrave was the spoiler. Well done, Thompson. But that's a good win there for Boyd. Fed it out. That was beautiful hard ball get. Now Gilby to the 50 to McMahon. Handball. Clean bowled a couple of them. Cross will have another crack. Oh, all by himself in the goal square is Cooney. He'll kick his ball. The Dogs are back.
I can't see how that is 15.
No, me neither. Anyway.
But they've just got to lock down here, the Bulldogs, one-on-one footy.
Biglan's to the wing. Robbins to fist. Oh, it's fallen nicely here for Ray. Off to Johnson. Johnson kicks the long ball, looking for Grant in the pocket. Bounce favours Smith. Rowan Smith twisting and turning. Left foot snap. It's another one for the Doggies.
Last 10 minutes, look at that. Bulldogs dominant. They've kicked the last 4 goals of the game as a consequence and now trail by just 6 points. Remarkable stuff here. Shirley wobbles it towards half-forward. Coming up to meet it, Morris tries to crash through the Bock tackle and does it superbly. Boyd, quick hands, effective cross, gets it over the top. Faulkner's got to go here. He sat and waited and allowed McLeod to take the initiative. Although Edwards slips over, McMahon pushes him off the ball. Faulkner comes back and does it well. Johnson! Johnson from 50, drop punt. Is it swinging back? Yes, it's home! Scores a level at the G!
There's a whistle on play here. It's again the Bulldogs' way. Advantage paid. Cooney didn't panic. Handball to Gilby. They got the loose man here. Boyd kicks inside 50 to McMahon. Was he caught high? No, said the umpire. Crows out of danger. There's John Cock. Oh, terrible bounce for Edwards. Smith, though, went without it. West didn't. Screws the ball around the body. John Cock will have to mark here. He does. Well done. having a terrific game. He's up to 26 disposals and 7 marks.
Well, the last 3 times they've been into the forward 50, the Bulldogs, they haven't scored.
Ball to the wing, well done by Chris Grant on Thompson. Numbers with the Dogs. Faulkner, cross, kicks it short. Mark taken by West. Loose player across half-forward. Power, loads up from 50. Brilliant smother coming from Matner. Into the forward pocket, chance for Robbins. John Cook applying the pressure. Keep your feet, Matthew. He goes to ground and gets a free kick for a push.
But really well done by Robbins under enormous pressure and was able to control the footy, and it was actually one of the Adelaide players. It might have been John Cock, or was it Massey, that falls in his back here?
What are the odds, Chris, for kicking this goal?
Well, he came into the game from set shots, 21 goals, 7, but his output today, 4 behinds.
This is the toughest one.
It is an important kick because they have been in their forward 50 on 4 occasions so far this quarter. They need to score this goal.
Couple of deep breaths from Matthew Robbins. There's the angle, not an easy kick. He runs around, wants to pull it back, and he does. Great goal.
Bit chilly for that.
Interesting.
It's the Dogs by 7. Cross gets the clearance to half-forward. Robbins attacks it. Well played by Matthew Robbins. Got it to West. Now to Boyd. Boyd can kick another one. Yes, he can.
Dogs by 13 points. Good kicked across. Well, he's not paid the mark. Chance for West. They've got the numbers, the Bulldogs. Faulkner towards Johnson. Was he held? No. Umpire's letting it go. McLeod shares it with Edwards. A rare foray forward is a good one. The kick is beauty. And it's marked by Rashudo, 60 from goal. Now going back to the goal square is Bode. Is it 50 metres against
Open goal
McNull?
square.
Kicks it long. Going back, Welsh. He's all by himself. Scott Welsh will kick a goal.
As Scott Welsh decides to pass it off to Rashuto. No, not quite. Bode handballs backwards to Goodwin with strength, breaks the tackle, gets onto the left. Simon Gooden can't get the distance. Oh, the bounce is still in play. There's a chance for Henschel off the ground. Desperate by Cross. Kicking in danger. Oh, it's all happening out. It is desperate stuff.
Cross gets on with it quickly. Farron Ray glides across the turf at the MCG. 3 bounces, still he goes. And a 4th. Kicks it in behind the defence. Out comes Johnson. Chance for Smith. Oh, lost the handle. Regains it. Around the body. Power. Marks it. Off to Cooney. Cooney with the left boot. To the goal square. Robbins! Oh, if you don't mind, Matthew Robbins has marked 10 metres from goal.
That was an unbelievable mark. Off balance, strength. It was body on body. Let's have a look at that. Great catch.
Oh, dear. This has been one of the most unbelievable comebacks. They were down and out, trailed by 31 points early stages of the 3rd term. Matthew Robbins for his 2nd to extend their lead. He pops it through. Dogs by 14.
Clark to centre-half, back to McLeod. Good run provided by Goodwin. Pops it over the top to Matner. Here's a nice build-up from Adelaide. Over to Henschel, who's got 4 goals next to his name. He chips to Bode. Well worked, Adelaide. Good kick. Never looked like missing. 3 to Bode.
Overlap provided by Massey. Can he find a target inside attacking 50? Kick is out wide. Henschel, well done by White, wrapped him up, spills to Van Berlo. Great tackle from Ray. Bode's got it. That's another great tackle. The Dogs' pressure is still very intense. Van Berlo, handball forward. Big Rhett Biglands has a ping from the boundary and brings it back. What a goal!
He's been called to play on. He stabs the kick towards a teammate, but it's cut off by Thompson.
Thompson at half-back. Delivers to McLeod. 5-minute warning. McLeod hoists it long. Bigland's running hard in these final minutes. Now that's 50 metres. That is 50 metres. Peter Street, you just can't do that. It looks a bit like him.
Oh, he's a dead ringer.
Peter Street coming from the ground. Brett Bigland's a chance to put the Crows in front at the G. He's missed it.
No, he hasn't.
He's got it. Crows in front.
Peter Street has been dragged. He's spitting chips. Red Bigland's 2 enormous goals for his team in the last quarter. Adelaide back in front by 4. 97 plays 93. The tap by Minson. Rashudo wins the ball. Gives it to Goodwin, who bangs it long inside 50. The big pack fly. Here's a chance for Welsh. Welsh around the corner. He's not going to get a goal. He's not going to get anything. But Adelaide will keep the ball in their forward 50. It'll be a throw-in the forward pocket.
Goodwin, 24 disposals in this second half of football.
Been outstanding. Crows deep into attack. Biglands gets it down. Faulkner kept his hands free. White will put Cooney under the pump. Handball wide. Gilby. Thompson. And on top of him, Cooney. Handball jars free. Cross drags it back in. Back to Cooney. They're fighting hard in defence here. And eventually they get it clear. Boyd. Smith. Cooney's loose inside. He gets the handball. Off to Brad Johnson, who puts the pedal down. He's away. 2 bounces. Shares it with McMahon. Jordan McMahon kicks to a one-on-one in the goal square. Long towards goal. It bounces through. Oh, a remarkable goal. Matthew Robbins celebrates. Goal to the Dogs. They're back in front. Jordan McMahon. What a kick. Great work from Cooney. Great work from Brad Johnson. He split the Adelaide midfield there. Composed step from 60 from Jordan McMahon. Robbins did his bit. It bounced through for a goal, and the Dogs lead by a couple of points.
That's as good as football you'd want to see. Sensational bit of play. Run and carry. 20 bounces they've had today, the Bulldogs, compared to the Crows 7. Crucial clearance, this one.
Dogs by 2. Minson got the tap, but went straight to Rashudo, who dished to Edwards. Doubles back. Now finds Matner. Gives it back to Tyson Edwards. Into time on well and truly. Kick into the middle, no mark. Play on, says the umpire. We will have a bounce. So on the quarters have travelled in this match. Plenty of goals in this last term, so it'll be a 30-minute, I reckon. Hart got it out. Now McLeod. Can he weave some magic? He puts it inside 50. Thompson can't get control of the ball. Harris under pressure. Keeps it alive. Cooney's got to mark it at half-back. He does. Good mark. Under a lot of pressure from Mark Rashudo. Still time, though, for the Crows. Adam Cooney. 30-second disposal coming up. He's also kicked 4 goals.
Called to play on. Kicks it high and long. Contest. Big Will provides it. Burst. Knocks it towards West. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Not going anywhere. Umpire Jeffrey calls for it. A bounce. Attacking side of the wing for the Bulldogs. Minson and Biglands. Minson gets it down. McMahon, handball through the congestion to Cross. He scrambles it forward. Out comes Power. Great handball looking for Johnson. Oh, wasn't that great? Missed the mark. Edwards. Here's a chance for the Crows. Goodwin. Oh, Grant was hard and tough. Free kick. Advantage called. Goodwin kicks it towards 4-foot. Faulkner needs to be good here. He dives back and on the footy. Gilby needs to be strong over it. Spills out. Chance for Welsh. A left-foot snap from the pocket. Misses to the near side. It's the barest possible margin in favour of the Dogs. They lead by 1 point.
We've got a Saturday afternoon special, Chris. What a game. Great game of Aussie rules football. Edge of your seat stuff if you're a Crows fan or a Bulldog supporter.
Oh, great grab.
Marked by Morris under pressure. Chips to Smith at half-back. Smith finds Burse. This is his first kick in the match. And he goes backwards to McMahon, who'll just stop and prop. Or will he? No, go back to Burse. So it's the Crows' turn now to man up.
Well, they got one-on-one.
No idea how much time is left. I still reckon there's a couple of minutes on the clock. Burst kicks to a big contest. Oh, great mark by Massey. He wastes no time. He gets it to Matner. Now to Goodwin, who's been awesome in the second half. Goodwin into the middle to Edwards. Edwards wants a good bounce here. He gets it. Tyson Edwards, a little chip kick to the 50. Out in front of Henschel. Great tackle by Harris. Coming in there is Robbins. Now Burst again. Oh, it's on here for the Dogs. He kicks to half-forward the cross. He can just about go all the way, but he's going to stop and prop and keep possession of the footy.
Oh, back to Johnson, had to be strong in his play off the call, not 15. Brad Johnson hit the ground running, if you don't mind. Kicks it to Chris Grant, who marks sliding forward. He's marked 45 from goal. Kicks it back, mark taken by Brad Johnson. He just plays on, nonchalantly from 45. Kicks towards Power, who fists it through. One, no, in fact it's over the boundary line. So a boundary throw in, can't be long left surely. 29 minutes gone, final term. Boundary throw in, deep in the pocket. Bulldogs into attack. At the back, one down by Dowdy. Boyd will be there first, wants the boundary line, gives it to Cooney, who runs over. Boundary throw in, half forward for the Bulldogs.
Still time for the Crows. We think. Goodwin smacks it forward. Well done by McLeod. West puts the Bulldogs back inside 50. Minson over to a Boyd. Boyd into the goal square. It bounces. It bounces. Grant will see it over the line for another throw in.
Good result for the Dogs.
It is. Still the Bulldogs.
They don't need a point from here.
Lead by 1 point.
Boundary throw in. Biglands knocks it down to Thompson, gives it up. Cooney, a snapping, puts it through. Adam Cooney's kick 5, and the Bulldogs will win. They'll upset the top of the table. Adelaide Crows, that's it. The siren sounded.
Oh, look at the scenes out there on the ground.
A remarkable win by the Bulldogs. They defeated the Crows by a point, by 7 in fact.
And they're in the finals, Chriso.